To Deuteronomy chapter 34. Deuteronomy chapter 34 tonight. Glad to be in the house of God tonight. Thank God for what we experienced here in the church house this morning. So many people come by and said, "Preacher, I really got help." And I thank God we did. I got help my own self, and I thank God for that. Well, I tell you what, it gets good when you enjoy y'all preaching. I tell you that. We had a good service this morning, and I praise God. But I'm looking forward to another. Oh, I could leave here now. Saying, yeah, it'd be good to be in the house of God. There's more people. You know, a lot of churches ain't felt nothing of what we've experienced here. We want to be thankful for.
Amen.
I'm glad tonight that I can come to church, and I want to have a time, have a spell. I didn't have a spell, and amen. I tell you what. This woman one time, she was real emotional. She liked to shout, praise God. But she's going to a good sized church. Some started complaining about a shout. Well, deacon come to her and said, "You got to quit shouting. So you're getting on people's nerves." And, well, she said, "I'll try my best." Well, service 2 later, got good. Preacher got preaching time. Well, she got praising God, boy. They grabbed her one under each arm, carried her out. As he went out the back door, she said, "Jesus rode into Jerusalem on one. I'm leaving this church on 2. Amen. Amen. And the preacher said, I don't believe in shouting. A lot of these Christians say, "I don't believe in shouting." You're going to be out of place in heaven then.
Amen.
My Bible tells me, I read in the Bible, my King James Bible, that there's going to be silence in heaven in the space of a half hour. And down to that, it's going to be glory from then on.
Yes.
I think we ought to get in practice before we get there, amen.
Amen.
Well, preacher, I don't go for all that stuff. No, the Pharisees and the Sadducees didn't either.
Yeah.
Amen. You know what they were made out of, amen. Not everybody shouts. Not everybody runs. But I believe you got God, and you're just going to show sometime, either smiling or raising your hand or crying or whatever. I'll tell you what, like I said this morning, I tell our folks, a lot of folks talk to me about what a pastor. I say we Baptists, and ain't this Baptist. They say, well, most time we ain't anyway. Sometimes we are, but not most time we're not. But I'm glad to be back at the Lord's house tonight. It's been so good. It seems like it's been a long day, don't it? Amen. Amen. But I'm glad, amen, I'm glad it won't be long the sun will never set again. Amen. Aren't you glad the sun's coming up in the morning? Ain't you glad of that tonight? Ain't you glad there ain't going to be no more sorrow, suffering, sickness, sin, Satan, or anything else? Aren't you glad of that? Somebody help me. Ain't you glad of that tonight? Thank God. Every day you say, "Preacher, I don't know. Preacher, I hope you get to go." I tell you what, you better quit with more hope. A lot of folks say, "Well, I think I'm going." You better quit thinking. You better know. Yes. I'm glad the Lord saved me, give me a no-so salvation. It ain't when hope so, maybe so. I hope I get in. Hey, I know I'm getting in because I've been washed in the blood of Jesus Christ tonight. Amen. I thought, like a preacher told me one time, you know what? It's a reality. It's a reality. There's many people saved, you think y'all.
Amen, preacher.
You know that? That's right. There are not near as many people saved as you think they are. Amen. There's going to be a lot of people sitting in church every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, went to revival meeting, when everything else. They sat and heard preaching, but they lost as Job goes, as the old saying goes. I did that for a long time.
Yes.
I made a lot of professions before I got saved. We got too many professions. We ain't got people got possess God in their heart. I just thank God. I was talking the other day. I was talking about my daughter, Stephanie, and David came down for Fall Festival. We went out, went to the house, and went out to Ron's Bar to eat. And there's a lot of folks, you'll be surprised that are not saved. That's why you have so many problems in the church. I believe that, don't you?
Amen.
You know what? Me and you say, and we walk with God, there should be no problem between us.
Right.
You know what it is? Like Jesus, when Moses led Israel out of Egypt, there was a mixed multitude went with him. That's the big problem. He had all these problems with a mixed multitude. You know that?
Amen.
That sermon didn't cost you nothing. I'll let you have it for free. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, William.
Amen. Deuteronomy 34. You find your place, you can stand to your feet if you would. And Moses went up from the plains of Moab unto the mountain of Nebo to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho. And the Lord showed him all the land of Gilead unto Dan, and all of Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim, and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah, unto the utmost sea, and the south, and the plain of the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees unto Zoar. And the Lord said unto him, This is the land which I sware unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto thy seed. I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over thither. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. And he buried him in the valley in the land of Moab, over against Beth Peor. But no man knoweth of his sepulchre unto this day. And Moses was 120 years old when he died, and his eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated. And the children of Israel wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days, so the days of weeping and mourning for Moses were ended. And Joshua son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom, for the Moses had laid his hand upon him, and the children of Israel hearkened unto him, and did as the Lord commanded Moses. And there rose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. And all the signs and the wonders which the Lord sent him to do in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh, and to all his servants, to all his land, and all that mighty hand, and all that great terror which Moses showed in the sight of all Israel. Let's pray. Brother Mike, how about blessing the reading the Word of God?
Dear kind and Father, I would pray you bless the man of God and such the Word of God as well, Lord. God, I pray you'll help him tonight, God, and touch him. I thank you for what I've already felt here tonight, dear God. I pray keep breathing on us tonight, God. God, I pray there touch the hearts of your people tonight. I pray, Father, be one among us tonight. Don't know you, Lord.
Yes, God.
I pray the Holy Ghost, God. God, speak to your heart tonight. We thank you for that. We pray everything can take care now.
Help us, God. We need you.
God, don't show up, God. Do something that's all in vain. But I'm thankful tonight, God, with your words. Oh, my. God, bear my name. God, bear my business.
Yes, God.
God, pray, God, breathe in this place. We thank you right now. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. Be seated. Here's the history of we want to see a little something before we give you a little update of what's going on here. You realize Moses had disobeyed God. How instead of speaking to the rock, he smote the rock. And by him doing that, God excluded him from entering into the Canaan land, in the promised land. So we see here, God had taken him up on the mountain to let him view the land. We see you can't go in because of disobedience of God, your disobedience. Now, the first 5 books of the Bible is commonly known as the Pentateuch, or the 5 books of the Bible that Moses wrote. And we see here, in the Bible, we even read Moses wrote these books, and we see also Moses in verses 10 and 12 says some great things about himself. But let me tell you one thing tonight. I want to show you something, what I want to get the point across here tonight. Moses started out well. He did. God blessed him. God used him. But I want you to look tonight at how he finished. Now, I'll tell you what we need to see here tonight, that he finished, and really he did not finish in victory, not really he didn't. And we see here tonight, I want to ask you tonight, as a child of God tonight, friend, how are you going to finish your race? Let me tell you what tonight, some of our races could be about ready to end, amen? We do not know. Men don't know when he's going to die. According to man wants to die after the judgment, both thyself and the marble day, you may not know what day for it brings forth. Look here. Boy, a lot of people in the Bible, a couple of people we see that finish how they finished in the Bible. The Apostle Paul finished gratefully. He was grateful when he finished. We also see Samson, he finished grieving. Actually, Samson committed suicide. Though we see here. But you know, I got to think about this. It's right. This is what I'm saying. There's more people now knew more about God when he first got started than now. Because their journey, they've changed the way that they serve God like they used to. Used to be faithful, used to be fruitful, used to be happy, and now they've got weak and they are weary. And you know what? We see here, many people, don't finish well as they should finish. to die off to battle if you want to die marching. How you going to finish tonight, friend? You know, there's a lot of people today. Have you ever noticed, a lot of people, they start things and they don't finish them? You ever see people like that?
Yeah.
You ever see people, they'll start a project, but they'll leave it half done. They're not willing to end the project, do what they say they would do. We see Moses tonight. We see a great man of God. He loved God. God used him to lead those Israelites out of Egypt. But we also see a man that was human like we are. A man that was subject to having a temper. Let me tell you what, if I'd had to pastor 2 million Jews, I'd have had a temper too, amen.
Amen.
All the bickering, backbiting, murmuring, and griping, complaining, belly aching, amen, to give him a lot of trouble. There they got there to the rock, and they were thirsty, complaining. God said, you speak to that rock, and I will give you water. They kept on griping and complaining. He got mad, he swung, hit that rock. They got water, but what happened? Moses did not get to see the land that he led them people out of Egypt to go see. He got to look, he got to stand up on the mountain, look over into the land. He never got there. How do you finish today? How are you going to finish tonight? We're not getting any younger, folks. Every day we're closer to death.
Amen.
You'll be one day closer to dying tomorrow you are today. Job said life is like a shuttle. James said life is like a vapor. Hey, I remember I see some of them young people here. Some of them are almost ready to graduate high school. I remember when I graduated back in 1977, that's before some of y'all even glimmering in Mama and Daddy's eyes. I thought, hey, I can't wait to get out of high school. Man, it's going to be fun. Man, was I an idiot. Amen. I thought, hey, living at home, didn't have to pay no bills, and everything had food on the table. And I got out there on my own, I found, hey, it ain't as fun as I thought it was. Life flies by. I got up one of those yearbooks other night, and I was looking around with a freshman in high school back in 1972, 74-3. I thought, boy, I never thought I'd go as far as I did. I never thought I'd preach. I never thought I'd even get saved. Amen. But life, a lot of times we understand, life has things we don't understand. There's things that we've had to experience in our lifetime that we never thought we'd have to experience. There's situations we've had to face we never thought we'd have to face. Moses started out right, but he didn't finish as good as he should have finished. How are you going to finish your race tonight? How are you going to finish? I want to show you something about Moses here. I'm going to give you a few points. We'll go to the house here in a few minutes. But I want to show you something in the Word of God, what happened. Look at verse 1 of chapter 34. We're going to read that tonight too. And Moses went up from the plains of Moab unto the mountain of Nebo, to the top of Pisgah over against Jericho. And the Lord showed him all the land of Gilead unto Dan. First of all, how did Moses die? He died lonely. He died lonely. I want to tell you what, death is something, it's going to be an ascension for those that are saved. It is. But one thing about it, everybody in your church is going to die by yourself. You're going to die unto yourself. You're going to die. Ecclesiastes says, who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth. One day when we meet death, we'll meet him by ourselves. We'll meet him head on. Let me tell you what, and the Bible said, amen, where he went, amen, the Bible said they buried him in the valley in the land of Moab over against Beth Peor, and no man knoweth his sepulchre unto this day. He died in the presence of the Lord. But to die in his presence to the Lord is die into his presence. Let me tell you tonight, friend, I want to know tonight, I want to ask you tonight, friend, how long has it been since that presence of God has filled your heart? How long has it been since you felt God do something for you? Moses, we see a man that gave his life 120 years old. Still going strong. Went through a lot of struggles to help the children of Israel get out of Egypt. that victory in Canaan, the promised land. Tonight, some of us tonight, you may be here tonight, and God promised you victory in the Canaan land, which is the type of the victorious Christian life Canaan is. But somewhere along the line, you can't have victory in your life. You weighed down all the time. Moses, he lost his temper. He smote the rock. And we see here what happened. He died lonely. I'll tell you one thing. But I'll something about Moses. Let me tell you something. Moses was 120 years old. And all these faculties were not impaired. The Word of God said his flesh, he wrinkled up. He didn't have to have anything. His eyes could see good, he could see good. The Bible said his eyes was not dim, nor his natural force abated. In other words, he didn't drop and die. That's right. He got strong. He was just as strong today as he started out. What's the idea? A lot of people thinking, hey, I'm getting a little bit older in serving God, and I'm going to slack up serving God. I'm not going to do as much as I did. I'm going to let the younger generation, hey, that's the wrong attitude to have, my friend. I don't care if you're 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. You can still serve God. Moses, he was here. Bible said he's 120 years old. He's still serving God. Now, if I may be wrong in my calculation, but he might have been about 120 when he was leading the Israelites out. He hit that rock. I don't know how long a time lapse went between the time of his disobedience and hitting the rock and the time God took him up in the mountain. I don't know how long it was. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Believers need to get stronger spiritually as they grow older in the Lord. It ain't yet you say, we got to let the youngins have it. No. We got to keep leading our youngins. We got to keep living for God and be stronger. I don't want my fire to burn out like we preached this morning. Hey, I don't want my fire to burn out. I've let the devil lie to me. I've let him tell me it get me discouraged. I want to die on the battlefield swinging the sword. Amen.
Amen.
So many tonight on the sideline. Hey, I've done my work. I've done what I need to do. I've been serving God for 10, 15, 20, 40 years. It's time to lay it down. Hey, let me tell you, there's never been a time for the children of God we need to pick up our sword and fight. It's the day and hour we're living in. Somebody say
amen. Amen.
Yes, sir. But I'll tell you what, friend. I heard a man say one time, the preacher said, when I get older, I won't get so sweet. That they put me in a rest home, at the rest home, the people that work at the rest home will find out who's going to take care of me because I'm so sweet. I'll tell you one thing, friend. We need to understand this tonight, friend. He died lonely. But he's just as strong as he was the day he started out. That's right. I want to ask y'all a question. Look at me now. Look at me. Are y'all as strong as y'all was when y'all started out? Or have you been living for God so long you got weak? And you got your mind on serving God, and you may use your age as an excuse. I don't care if you're retired. I don't care if you're old. I don't care if you're wrinkled. I don't care if you say, preach, I ain't got no education. I don't care what all about that. God can use you any way He wants to use you. But I want to tell you one thing tonight. We need to keep going stronger and stronger and stronger in the Lord. Moses, he was still strong. But my whole point I will get here in a few minutes is look how he ended up though. First of all, he died lonely. The Bible says he died looking. It says he died looking. We see here the Word of God talks about Moses. He said here in verse number 4, and the Lord said unto him, this is the land which I swear unto you, unto Abraham, unto Isaac, unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto thy seed. I've called thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over hither. Let me tell you what. Do you know here one thing tonight? Moses is a picture of the law. How is Moses the picture of the law? Word of God says in John 1:17 is, he said, well, the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. Moses never lost his strength. Moses never lost his ability, his faculties as a man. Good Moses, just like the law, he never lost his strength. He's 120 years old when he climbed the mountain. Well, praise God, if I was 120 years old, they'd have to roll me a wheelbarrow, amen, if I was still alive. But Moses is strong. But like Moses, that law was replaced. Moses is fixing to go off the scene here. And I'll tell you what, friend. You know what? This is good.
Preach, brother, amen.
Moses, which is the type of law, could not get him into Canaan. But truth and grace come by who? Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen.
Moses took him as far as he could go. Some people say, well, preacher, I keep the 10 Commandments, and they said, the Bible says, you guilty of one, you get involved. Break it one, you get involved.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, friend. The Bible says in Romans 8:3, for what the law could not do, and that was weak through the flesh, God sent in his own Son, and the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. But Moses, like I said, that law got him so far. You know what the law was given for? You know what it was given for? It wasn't given for you to keep. It was given for you to show you how much you need the grace of God.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, preacher, I've never run around my wife. You look at a woman and lust after her, the Bible says you just as much as you go in bed with her. Boy, preacher, that's plain preacher, that's all right. I can just tell you, amen, tonight. We need to understand, he got looking. He looked over. Hey, I don't want to look in. I want to go in. Don't you, amen? Hallelujah to God. He looked down. He looked over. And I guarantee you, tears run down his face. And he knew nothing he could do to repair it. Nothing he could do to do anything to make it good. But you know one thing, friend. Moses didn't go in because of his own sin. Numbers 20:11 says that Moses lifted up his hand and with his rod smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank their beast also. What's besetting you tonight? You may have said, well, I'm saved, but you know deep in your heart you ain't saved. You may be here tonight, you're saved, but you can't have victory in your life. You walk around defeated all the time. You may have heard of this victory. You may have even get to look into it once in a while. When the service gets good, amen, God will give you give you a little glimpse of glory, but you never been into it. Why? Because that's in your life, you let them keep you from getting in there.
That's good preaching.
Amen.
Moses, all he had to do was obey God. He walked right into Canaan. But disobeyed God. Can't remember that. He died of looking instead of, you know what? When I die, I want to die with victory in my soul. Let me tell you what, our race gets hard. Sometimes we get hurt in the race, don't we?
Yes.
But if we trust God, the Holy Ghost of God will go by our side and help us to all the way through.
Yes, He will.
It don't matter whether you come in first or not. It matters you finish your race. Amen. You may be here today and you say, preacher, amen, preacher, I don't know all about that. I do. Moses, a man of God that loved God, God entrusted him to lead a whole nation out of Egypt, and he got in the flesh, amen, and he sinned against God, and God kept him from going into Canaan. He looked in, but he didn't ever enter in. Some of you walking and looking into the light, you can see the lights of the Canaan. You can see the skyline of Canaan. And you want to go in so bad, but there's something to set you tonight where you can't get in. You'll die looking like Moses did.
Amen.
I'll tell you what, friend. The Bible said, well, you know what? That's why a lot of folks are not in it tonight. That's why they can sit there with a straight face and don't bother them. It ought to break your heart that you're not living in victory tonight. Moses died looking. Can you imagine? He put a lot of energy, a lot of time. God had used Moses. It goes to show you, no matter how close you are to God, you can get like Moses. God can, you can disobey God, and God can get you when you can't get that victory. You'll die looking instead of entering in with victory. I want to die with victory in my soul, amen. I want to die on the battlefield with glory in my soul. That should be your desire tonight. I'll tell you one thing for tonight. Many things Moses did, we see he obeyed God when he stood against Pharaoh. He crossed the Red Sea. God let him cross the Red Sea. He defeated Amalek. Went all the way to the river. Went too far from him. One thing kept him out. Some of you may be that close to crossing over into that Canaan. But there's something in your life you won't let go of. There's something in your life you say, hey, it's not worth me letting. I'd rather hang on to that thing in my life, like sin, than to get into victory while I came to my God. Don't you know what you're missing? Joy, unspeakable, full of glory, peace that passes all understanding.
Amen.
Amen.
Too many people tonight, the devil's shortchanging it. Hey, you get in there, you have to change a lot of things. Let me tell you one thing. You get saved by the grace of God, you won't mind changing because you'll change automatically when you get saved.
Amen.
Amen.
Good preacher.
Preacher, I had to get up my drinking, get up my running, I had to get up and all this. Well, I tell you what, when you get saved, amen, that naturally, you don't want to do that no more. You'll want to change, amen?
Amen.
Oh, preacher, you don't understand. Let me tell you, but Moses, he died looking into Canaan instead of entering into Canaan, amen? But here's, I've read this many times. I've read my Bible a few times. I've read this scripture every time, but I've never seen it this way. And it's right in front of your face if you look at it. Moses died lacking. He died in the wrong place. I want to read this. Read this, verse 5. I want to read this to you. Note the wording in this scripture that I read it. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. Where did he die? Is Moab familiar to some of y'all? Moab was where Ruth was, the land of idolatry, the very enemy of God. And we see Moses, instead of dying in Canaan, he died in the land of the enemy, amen. Moab, look at it. Where will you be at when you pass? Will you die in the world, living in the world, dwelling in the world? Or will you die with victory in Canaan? Too many tonight don't understand. Hey, I pray every day for the Lord, please don't ever let me die in defeat. God, let me die in Canaan. I want to die in Canaan. Oh, Moses, what a rebuke to him. He was almost ready to enter in. And all of a sudden, he died. God let him die in Moab. Are you dwelling in Moab tonight? Moab, a type of the world. You may be here tonight, you say, preacher, I'm not perfect. Nobody asked you to be perfect. But Moses died, he died lacking some things. You know what he died? He died short of the will of God. He died out of the will of God. It was not God's will, first offhand, for him to die in Moab. It was God's will, just like it is his will for us, for him to die in Canaan. But because of his disobedience, he died in Moab. It ain't God's good if you die in the condition you're in tonight. If you're in Moab and you're in that place of defeat tonight. And Moses did. He died in the wrong position. He sinned against the light. The Bible says in verse 10, and there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. When you don't listen to the Word of God, you don't heed it, you don't do what it says, you're sinning against the light. You hear me tonight? And I believe that's happened every service in the church in the country. I believe the Word of God preaches to people and it knows it hits their lives. But they don't do what it says. You know what you're doing? You're sinning against the light. The Word of God, Jesus said, I'm the light of the world. God inspired this Bible. God breathed it. He breathed upon holy men of the old. They wrote this down. God gave them the words to say. But I'll tell you what, friend. When you fail to heed the Word of God, you're sinning against God's Word. He sinned against leadership, the leadership of God. Verse 11 said, all the signs and the wonder which the Lord had sent to him to do in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh and all his servants and all his land. You know why a lot of people die looking or lacking? Because they refuse to be led by God. How many times, both God help these people? Boy, you'll see them in church, see them at work, or see them at the store. They won't darken the doors of church, and they say, hey, oh, but I love God. They don't, amen. Something ain't added up, friends. Something ain't adding up. Oh, I wouldn't go to church, people, but I've been hurt. We've all been hurt. Hey, you go get in the shower, take a shower, you fall down and break your leg. That don't stop you from taking a shower, does it? No, you keep going. You get your hair cut the wrong way. Some of you, my wife used to be like this. I know some of you ladies part like this. You go to the beauty shop, get your hair cut. You come home and fuss about 2 or 3 days. You try to fix it like you want. Amen, ladies, am I right? But you don't stop going to the beauty shop, do you? I got scalped by sitting bull several years ago. I went to the barber shop and that woman cut my hair. I come out and look like a cancer patient. I said, my gosh. Somebody said, what happened to you? I said, I'm asking myself the same thing. But I didn't quit going to the barber shop. I quit barber shop, but I didn't quit going to the barber shop. So I'll be tired with some excuses in life why I want to serve God. Well, somebody else feeding me. Well, there's people feeding you at work. Yeah, you quit work. No. What's the difference?
That's right. You're preaching.
Hey, let me tell you, my friend, he died lacking. He died lacking. He sinned against the Word of God. When you get cold and indifferent to God, you get become arrogant, you get become hardened, and you won't listen. You say, hey, I can't listen. I don't want to do what he said to do. That's why he can shake you tonight. That's why you can't pray. That's why your prayers ain't going to reach the ceiling. He died looking at lacking. And I mean this with everything in my heart. I say, Lord, before I would mess up and cause dishonor your name, I'd rather if you take me home and let me die in victory like I am. We've let people pick Moses. Look how he finished. He finished lacking. And here's something I've never thought about. I want to bring it up now. He died laboring too. Listen to this very carefully. I want you may not have heard it. If you have, act like you had anyway. From the time of Moses' disobedience until he died, he didn't live a life of joy anymore. He didn't. He went from grace to labor. He was just getting by. Because he lost that joy. He got out of the will of God and never got back into the will of God. Amen, he didn't. He never got back in the will of God. See, he died laboring. That's why a lot of people tonight can't get in the kingdom. They got so much stuff. They got a secret thing in their life, that sin in their life, and they don't enjoy serving God. It's a struggle to get up and go to church. It's a struggle to read your Bible. It's a struggle right between you and God. That's the way Moses was. Some people are barely getting by. Serving God, they play the blame game. And anyway, put what belongs, the blame belongs on you, friend. I would serve God, preacher, but there's so many hypocrites in the church. Well, you're probably right, there probably are some hypocrites in the church, I'm sure. But I'd rather sit on the pew with them than cry in hell with them.
Amen.
Amen.
That's right. There's hypocrites on your job too, aren't there? Some people are saved. Sometimes they're saved, you see them walk off in the crowd, they tell them dirty jokes, they laugh at them. I'll tell you what, if you live in a life where people are not afraid to tell the dirty jokes, you ain't living too much of a life in your life. I tell you that right now. When I used to work a public job, I made a lot of enemies. That's the way the law bounces sometimes. They call me preaching. They said, Ricky, I'll tell you something. I said, is it there? Well, it's cute. I said, I want to hear it. Most of the time, they're cute jokes and filthy jokes.
Yeah, amen.
You say, preacher, what do you mean? You understand this, friend. He died laughing. He died laboring. He never was happy again. Never was happy again. Can you imagine? Nobody knows where he's buried. God took him up in the mountain. There he died. God buried him. My wife passed away back in 2015. When she passed away, Brother Mike, I bet there was 25 or 30 people in my house when she died. You know what that woman said? Worked for hospice, come down, but she come down there and check her and done what she had to do after she passed. She said, Mr. Chappell said, you don't know how many times. And it broke my heart. That I went into a house with this poor old lady there, about 80-year-old woman. Got her husband there about 85 by herself. He died by so long dead. He died a lonely death. Moses died a lonely death. He died laboring because he disobeyed God. If you keep that sin in your life, you'll never have peace in your life. And you'll never have joy that you have. You can put on the front, you put on a smile like you want to. You can act like things is fine, but you know when you lay down in your bed at night, you go to sleep, you know it ain't right. You get up in the morning and you go through your day. Even you hear a message, a strong, convicting message, and God starts straining your heart and trying to get you to wake up, and you're not happy. Your joy is gone, your victory is gone, your shout's gone. You don't really care whether you serve. That's why it's so hard for you to get to church on Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. It's because you're laboring. You used to not labor, but you disobeyed God somewhere. And now you're laboring instead of living for God, and it's hard when you do it. Why? Because that sin is still in your heart, and it's always going to be like that if you get rid of it.
Amen. That's good preaching.
Moses, the guy finished. Some people so backslid so hard for when you come to church anymore. They so miserable they don't know what to do. They come to church, and all they wait for is look at that clock. Want to get out and go eat. I guarantee you, if I go out to this church house, preacher probably go out to church house before you get your car, ask what he preached on, you don't have an idea. Because you're so cold in your heart. Moses, he blamed the people. We said it ain't nobody's fault, they're our fault. Oh, they provoked him. Hey, I've been provoked before. Have you ever been provoked before?
Yeah.
Thank God for grace, don't you? God, we probably already messed up. We'd probably been on the mountaintop too, like Moses was. But I want to show you something tonight, friend. You need to understand this. A lot of folks, that's why it used to be a joy for you to come to church. Now it's a struggle. I don't get up on Sunday morning and say, I got to go to church this morning. I said, man, I get to go today. I don't get up on go Sunday night. I don't get out of the car and say, well, because I got to go up out of the church and stay there at 7 o'clock. Come on. I get to go to church. I hope God moves. So,
Amen.
on Wednesday night, you know what the most discouraging service for a preacher is on Wednesday night. Let me say it one more time, very slowly. Do you know what the most discouraging service for the preacher is? Wednesday night. Some of you lay like cook, Sister Diane, Sister Janet, all my cook. They keep me supper. Thank God for women bring me supper, amen. Hey, I've been over Sister Diane's house. She feeds enough for 25 people. I don't have 3 people to feed. What you do is you do all that cooking, Sister Diane. And all your crack, y'all, I don't think disrespect, all your children, everybody come. You fix a big meal. Nobody show up. How would you feel? I guarantee you, I know Sister Diane. I know. She'll be calling, where you been at? I got all your food on the table, you ain't come to eat. How you think God feels when you miss the house of God? Man of God study 5-6 hours a week studying the Bible. Come in here and have about 3 to preach to.
Amen.
I might as well go ahead and get down to the nitty-gritty and be done with that.
Amen.
Oh, I can't come on Wednesday night. No, you can't come, you won't come. Let me get off that for somebody to get mad and start pouting. Amen. Don't listen. Preach it up. Missing church don't bother them. Lying don't bother them. When you ask them to do something for God, they have to be begged. And when they do it halfway. I'd rather somebody not do nothing than to not do it but halfway, wouldn't you?
Amen.
Amen.
So many people have died. So many people, reason that it's such a labor for them to serve God, just like Moses. That's from the point of his disobedience. He never was happy no more until he died. Because he never repented. You ever thought about it? Have you read where he ever repented of doing that? Somebody help me, have you? I never seen it. So he died out of the will of God. God, he should have just said, God, I sinned. But God always said, hey, you get going anyway. But at least he would have died a little bit more, with a little more peace in his soul. So, you know what happened though? He left something behind it. I want you to read what this is here. It said in verse 9. And Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hand upon him, and the children of Israel hearkened unto him, and he did as the Lord commanded Moses. For he died before Moses was taken up into the mountain. He laid hands on Joshua and blessed him, and appointed him leader. God, he was the next to lead Israel. He took something, folks, with him. And verse number 6 said that he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab over against Beth Peor, but no man knoweth of his sepulchre to this day. I want to ask you, what are you going to take with you? You die. They take your life to the court, to the funeral home and bomb your body, they give you a bath, they clean you up, put the night suit on, the rest of it, never be ready. They take you to the funeral home, people come by, pray by, and look at your corpse, your body. What would be their life? What would we go through their mind when they see you? I told him before, Kenny Moore, 16 years old, I worked at Sheriff back in 1976, or 77, no, 78. Kenny was 16 years old. I know Kenny all about. Me and Kenny's brother were best friends in school. After I got out of high school, I graduated in 1977. In June 1977, went to Montgomery High School. I got saved April 1978. Got work with Kenny. We got all good before I got football. Everything. I got saved when I got to school. Kenny's brother, I go stay with his brother a lot. We go to ball games together. We get in all kind of mischief, amen. Kenny got working up there, and I talked to Kenny. Tried to throw a witness to him about the Lord, about getting saved, coming to church. Kenny was not, Kenny or Ricky. Ricky was his brother that I was around. We were friends, good friends. But they were never brought up in any heritage to go to church at all, but Josh at all. And I witnessed to him one day. He got so mad. He pulled his knife out. He said, "I want to hear about you, God. Don't ever mention church to me no more." I said, "Okay." If you ever been to Albemarle, some of you have been to Albemarle, y'all know where Albemarle is. There's a bypass right there, 2427 bypass, goes around. They were working on that highway. Kenny got him a job working there. This is before all this OSHA stuff was so strict then. There's a bulldozer there was backing up. And didn't see Kenny standing there. Run over Kenny. Said, went across his stomach. They told me, you know what, we know what the first thing went in my mind, Brother Mike, they called me. When I heard about Kenny getting killed. They said he died, he lived 25 minutes. I thought I'd say, hey, I don't want him to go God. But you'll never tell me bad, sitting me, say anything about church not anymore. I remember working in Troy during my lunch hour. I knew that it would be so crowded that night, I went over to view his body during the time. I met his uncle there. His uncle, I knew his uncle. We were friends with uncle and I was friends at one time. I said, "Sammy, I'm so sad." I saw him. He said, "Yes." He ran over his stomach, said he was begging to die. I thought, you know what? I thought this was Janet when I looked at that casket. I don't want to do this, God. Don't mention church to me no more. He died. As far as I know, I'm not a judge. By his testimony, by the way he lived, he died under prayer to be God. What we go testimony mean? Go over in these churches, all these cemeteries, these graves. They have these epitaphs on them. What's an epitaph? That means they have sayings. They have born 19 so and so, died 19 so and so, 2000 so and so. That dash between those two dates is your life. You look across go across and read a lot of the tombstones. Some say gone, but not forgotten. Safe in the arms of Jesus. They'll have scripture on there. They say there's a place in Georgia where two boys, two twins were born, and one of them gave his heart to God at a young age, got saved, lived for God. The other one lived a hellish life, was a motorcycle gang, and was a wicked man, and they said that is true. Neither one of them ever got married. They said when they died, they buried them side by side. This is true. As you go by that tomb right now, said the one that died had a finger pointing up. The tombstone was pointing up. With the finger pointing up. And the one that died lost, the finger was pointing down. One testimony. I don't never think I'll ever be famous, and I don't really care about fame. I just want to be in the will of God. But if you hear tomorrow morning, they call you and say, one of my girls called you and say, Daddy's dead, he died in his sleep last night. I want you to know tonight that I'll see you on the other side. I want to die. I want to leave something behind. I'm not a wealthy man. I ain't got no money much. A little bit. Just doesn't get by. When I leave, I have a few pieces of furniture. When I die, I have a few pieces of furniture. I have a car and truck and little stuff in my house. That's all I have. One thing I want to leave behind, and I have testimony. I pray to God. That's what I will.
Amen.
What will you leave behind? Some of these men and women, they died, they're young, they fight and fuss and cuss over all the things. Everything, all that belong, they fight and fuss and cuss about. How about men in the home? Men, how about husbands? What are you going to leave your children about? What kind of legacy are you going to leave for your young? Moses left their legacy. You know what happened? He took something beyond him. When your life comes to a close, what are you going to leave behind for you? It's drunk diving time. He made to his wife, he's young, and he beat his wife, beat his young. He spent all his money up on drinking and women and everything else. Poor little youngins have to sit in the house, no food, freeze to death, no clothes. Mom will walk around with the old raggedy dress on, didn't have money to buy because her husband wouldn't take care of her. He went to the bar one night, got in a bar fight, and got killed in the bar. They took him down there and cleaned him up at the funeral home, put his suit on him. Lady's body there in front of the church there, the casket sitting in front of the pulpit, man got up preached, began to say, we're so glad this boy, we know this brother, he was a great asset to his community, he done a lot, he loved people, he loved his family, and that mom was sitting on the front pew with her little boy, she said, little Tommy York, kept right looking at that casket, he ain't talking about your daddy. I'll tell you something, friend. What are you going to leave behind tonight, friend? How are you going to finish? I want to die on the battlefield. I want to die in war. I want to die in the battlefield with glory in my soul. Do you want to die on the battlefield tonight? Let's stand. How will you finish?